Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for November 2022. This is a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. So I do suggest that you check back to your moon and rising sign readings. But also, in order to gain any insight into your own personal situation, requires a private reading. You can now go to the About box section of the channel and find the prices and the reading packages. And if you want to book, you simply just email me. The email address can be found there as well. I'm taking my website offline temporarily at the end of this month. And so you can still book readings with me. You'll just have to do it through the email and not through the website, okay? So I have with me right now the Radiant White deck. I have with me the La Vida Sibila, and we'll continue using the Golden Nostradamus because that's what I've been using for the rest of the readings for this month. So let's turn the camera around. I'm going to do one more shuffle and one more rifle. I have already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. Okay, here we go. And one more rifle. Nine cards down. Here we go. Oh, well. The Eight of Swords reversed. Huh. The Temperance card. That's funny. Okay. The Ten of Wands. Wow. Huh. Okay. Next row. The Three of Pentacles. Oh, wow. The Ten of Swords. Now I have two tens. The Six of Swords. Wow. Okay. The Seven of Cups. Wow. The Four of Swords. Makes sense. And finally, well, the Ten of Cups. Well, that's just the weirdest thing I have ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4 swords cards. So this is really beliefs, perceptions, ideas, communications, concepts. 2 cups, a coin, and a wand. And the only repeater numbers that I have are the 2 tens. So 2 tens speak to the end of a relationship or phase in a relationship, but it can also say that there's a career change that will happen that will be for the better. Tens are changing energies. It tells you that the crisis point or whatever, the end is near, and that it will be changing then into an ace, okay? That might be why we see the Ten of Cups come out at the very end of this strange reading. And so what is the energy over the entire spread? Well, look, it is this. It is the Six of Cups. Now there is an additional meaning here that I have 2 sixes here, and one of them is that it speaks to justifiable faith and trust in your partner, but also 2 sixes can be an indication of issues of equality. Issues surrounding equality affecting a relationship. Now, everything is happening around this Ten of Swords. And I do sense with this card and these 3 that for some of you, this will be involving a move, a literal move, or relocation. As well as sometimes this Six of Cups can be an indication of a remodeling or redecoration of a home. But the card also speaks to kindness, sentiment, nostalgia, the sharing of gifts. I've seen it show up sometimes when it talks about moving back to your childhood home or hometown. Okay. But most definitely there is a a move and or a relocation here in this particular spread. I'm not exactly sure what this, you guys know that reverse cards do not speak to me. So let me just get my book and see what this reversed Eight of Swords is telling us, because upright, the Eight of Swords says that whatever situation we find ourselves in, it was one of our own making or by our own hand. And so maybe there's a reverse. Since this is being reversed, it may be an indication of some type of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I see the words in my head, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. So let me just go to the go to the cards, and let's talk about it reversed. Disquiet, difficulty, opposition, treachery, and hopelessness. Well, damn, it's even worse upside down. It tells that you may be feeling weighed down by the confines of your situation and are unable to see any reason to be hopeful. I get the sense that you've been trying to negotiate something with someone, and each time you've done so, it's only made the situation a bit more confusing. Okay? It says you may be feeling weighed down by the confines of your situation and are unable to see any reason to be hopeful at this time. However, you are encouraged to stay strong and attempt to fight for your liberty. It warns of mishaps and accidents both in and around the home as well as out on the roads. So take extra special care and try to preempt other drivers' actions. The next 8 weeks is highlighted in this respect. Well, it may be indicating that a new beginning or a new start can be made at this time. The timing is most conducive to take leaps and bounds in the right direction. It may be indicating that pressure has been released and you are now ready to move forward. In quick time, you will be able to get on with more positive actions as there will be more freedom of thought and activity. It implies that one is being restrained or held back in certain areas of their life. It can suggest that an uncomfortable or unsavory situation is caused by familiarity. It is easier to stay in a familiar situation rather than step out into the unknown, even if the unknown is much more satisfactory. It indicates one who is confused, disillusioned, or emotionally hurt. Stress, worry, and tension are also indicated, which does not allow for clear thinking or positive attitude. Long-term restrictions, obstacles, and hindrances may be indicated when this card appears. It tells of struggle, loneliness, and wasted energies. And again, same thing. It tells of strong feelings of being cornered or fenced into a situation or being held back from your path. And this situation will hold you at a standstill for a short time. Things will not get any worse if some small but pertinent changes are initiated now to ensure positive developments in the near future. That's why the Temperance card has come out. The Temperance card is a card about moderation. It is about moderating our thoughts, our behavior, our speech, our actions, our emotions, so that we can find the balance needed in order to move forward. This to me is a card of healing as well. And as you can see, the pathway there. So some of you are are not on the right track. And what you need to do is try to get back on the right track. So if you can free yourself from this Eight of Swords, reversed Eight of Swords situation and get on track, that would be the right thing to do. Will it be easy? No, it won't be easy. It's going to be a struggle. And it may even be that you are taking on responsibilities or things that really don't belong to you. And if so, you need to let those things go. Okay? But as I said, past, present, future interplay of the cards. I just get the sense that maybe you've been trying to, if not negotiate something, then you've been trying to, or maybe someone, maybe you went in with somebody on something. Okay, right here. But there's a bunch of confusion happening here. And then we see here with the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is this idea of perhaps some kind of ambush-like situation, some kind of trap situation, someone stabbing you in the back. It is really all about overkill is what it is. But it also says that it is the darkest before the dawn. And this should give you hope. The crisis point has been reached. In other words, it can't get any worse than it's already gotten. And then we see, after some thought, perhaps the Two of Swords here. 2 swords, add 2 swords to this gives me the 10. Take away 4 swords, which are here, gives me the 6. Okay, and the 6, take away the 4, gives me 2 swords. So there's a choice here, a decision you're going to have to make. And maybe you're going to have to make it without all of the information that perhaps you feel or think that you need. Okay? Because we see the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords talks about moving away from a difficult situation to a better, more calmer situation. This card can sometimes be about travel over water, around water, by water, near water, as can this card. Okay? So when I said to you that, to me, there's an indication of a relocation or move here, this is true. Here we can see somebody struggling to get to a house there. Okay? But this card says that even when you move, you take your thoughts with you, right? But it's an idea, it's a transitioning, and it says that you're gonna eventually move away, transition away from either this person or this situation. And it'll be a severance of ties, okay? And you will find a balance. Let me give this to you. It may be telling of frustrations and of having to leave the past behind you in order to move forward. It may be indicative of a time coming up where you may need to guide or steer yourself towards a calmer position or situation in order to maintain harmony and peace of mind. It may be suggesting that a severing of a relationship or close ties will be cut with a friend or associate. The exact reasons for this, if not already obvious, will become very clear and obvious in short time. It tells of feeling powerless in a situation, but you are asked to stand strong in your own convictions. It indicates leaving a negative situation after much consideration and planning. There is a sense of moving towards a more peaceful and calming environment. It indicates that you have endured a very trying time of late. Well, yeah, I can see that. It may be telling of pressure on the career front. It may be implying that some upheaval or sudden changes have taken effect and a time is coming for you to assimilate what you have learned in the process. It may be foretelling of a long trip or journey, which could be to do with a holiday vacation or business trip, but it can also be an indication of a move to a new home or a change of career or job position. There we see it. Now, the Seven of Cups is an interesting card because what this tells me is that you have a lot of choices. There's a lot of things that you either desire, fantasize about, hope for, or wish for, but you got a lot of options, a lot of choices about what it is you really want. And so this card comes to say that if you can identify whatever the most important thing is, then everything else will fall into place. But right now, it's pie in the sky, it's fantasizing, it's delusions, what you want, how you're going to get it, okay? And so you need some clarity on this situation. I feel that this is why the Four of Swords has come out to ask you to stop and take a moment to meditate and reflect on what has happened or is happening and what it is that you need to do. In fact, don't even talk to anybody. You may need to take, get some time to yourself, get away from people so that you can actually gain some clarity. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is quite an interesting card because basically it represents fulfillment, contentment, and happiness. But I have seen the card come up in cases where your finances are starting to improve. Hold on. Book almost fell. Let me get to it. It talks about planned journeys, travels, and trips, positive unions, and things running smoothly in relationships. It indicates that a trip or journey will be taking place in the very near future, and this trip will prove to be beneficial for many varied reasons. Rest and relaxation are indicated, and a lessening of or break from responsibilities. It indicates the realization of personal hopes and dreams, and indicates things taking place quickly. The Ten of Cups also indicates that the search for fulfillment is marked with success, and a secure and peaceful state will be reached. This will bring lasting happiness into your life. Now, I only have one major arcana card here. That means I can look at all of these cards as they relate to the Temperance. And I don't see anything here with this Ten of Cups. Okay? So I'm going to go all the way back over to the swords. There are a lot of swords here. So this tells me that there's a lot of mental energy happening around this particular situation. I don't see anything with the Temperance card, but with other swords. Now, it could be an indication of a health or medical condition that needs to be seen to. Or maybe an operation. It says do not ignore health issues. I normally don't give those types of, but it's an awful lot of swords here. So let me just go back and take a look at what this Ten of Cups could mean in terms of health. It doesn't tell me anything, but this is one of the most positive cards that there is. So it talks of exciting vibrations and events taking place suddenly, leading to pleasant surprises and happy times. But it doesn't mention anything about... Here's something that I didn't see. It says... It may be telling the Ten of Cups of changes in the air that will bring extra happiness. This may be implying that you will meet your destined life partner, or that your goals are within reach. Maybe you have to leave wherever you are to find whatever it is you're looking for. You know? Maybe that's what that says. Ten of Wands. Nothing about the Ten of Wands. Three of Pentacles. And I think what I'm going to have to do is just read the full interpretation for the Temperance card. The Three of Pentacles. Next to Three Swords cards. It may be an indication that some loss in business or finances is inevitable. You are asked to be prepared to make relevant and necessary changes. Well, but it may also indicate a clash of personalities within a working environment or situation that may bring about disagreements and an inability to compromise. There it is. That's what that card is about. That's what this is. All right. Six of Swords. I've done the 10, have I not? I don't know. I read it, but I don't remember if it was anything next to... No. So Six of Swords. With any 10 before or after it, it is an indication of travel, a journey, a vacation or holiday, or even a change of residence. It may involve a major decision which will ultimately lead to movement of some kind. But it is also a message to look carefully at all aspects of a situation, as there may be some hidden traps or pitfalls. So make sure that you look out for unnecessary expenditures. Okay? Seven of Cups. So it's giving me some information, not just in the manner I thought it would. Seven of Cups. Nothing about the Seven of Cups. The Four of Swords. Nothing about the Four of Swords. It suggests that now is the time to heal the wounds from the battles of the past. It's an indication that some negativity is moving away from your life with the promise of better to come. It indicates that there's light at the end of the tunnel, inevitable changes to come, but use these changes as a foundation stone for future plans. The shadow over your life is slowly moving away, and although you may have to wait until the time is right for your desires and dreams to come to fruition. It tells of a time to reflect in solitude, but you will not remain in retreat for long. A moment of respite rather than a permanent state is implied. It is a 4. It is a time to seriously consider new ways and plans for the future. It is asking you to prepare yourself for changing circumstances and tells of a need to take time to contemplate and reflect and to renew both your mental and physical energies. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I want to read the Temperance to you right quick. I said I was going to do that. Just a few lines from the Temperance card, okay? Because it's kind of up here, and I think for some of you, in a way, you may have kind of lost your balance or lost your ability to compromise, or maybe you don't see a way to compromise. It tells of a karmic situation where you will be forced, where one will be forced to learn independence, unity, and justice. It also tells of a need to achieve balance and harmony and moderation in all things. Do not be hasty or rush things at this time. Show inner strength and patience, and you will find success in your endeavors. Moderation is a good practice to follow, as it indicates pleasure provided by harmonious surroundings and the blending of opposites. It signifies good self-control and a balanced personality. It suggests that balance and caution may be required in a situation that may involve arbitrating between two parties, or perseverance and cooperation with others gladly given creates a successful mix of ideas and achieves the most successful outcome. Appearing in a reading, it implies that things will proceed positively and all is coming together. But it can also indicate a focus on reassessing situations that had seemed to be in the past but have reemerged to be dealt with yet again. It represents moderation, management, and economy, and tells that it may be necessary to live frugally and manage your affairs carefully, particularly at this time. It asks that you explore your emotions by considering the things you desire and the things you dread. It counsels us that compromise is the answer to any and all problems. That's all it says. Now, I don't necessarily feel that this is a situation that has reemerged, but then again, it could be. It could go back to some other type of karmic situation in which may not be exactly the same thing that you find yourself in now, but the feeling is the same, and the same thought energy is the same, okay? So I just want to look at this 10 of Swords, because whatever the 10 of Swords is what puts this into motion, okay? Because the rest of it, you're just spinning your wheels. That's what it looks like, okay? My cards. Oh. Okay. They're so old. I probably need to wipe them down. Uh-oh. Dang, 2 cards fall out. So Speedy and the Costanza. Gonna pull one more card. And those are not bad cards. That's another 10 of Cups. And there's another boat there. So there is some kind of movement here. Just from looking at the image. That is not what the meaning of the card is, the Sospiri. And the Limoneo. It's quite interesting. Now, the Limoneo is about good contracts and weddings and proposals and commitments and friendships and business deals. Indeed, that's what it's about. But here is a Sospiri. And maybe this is the idea that you're going to be trapped into something for a long time and you don't want to be. So let's first go to the Sospiri. It is a card of tears, anxiety. Whatever this thing is, it's been a long time coming. That's what the card indicates. Finally, what number is she? The 6. Again, it's a 6 of Swords. So you've got double the, in a sense, kind of 6 of Spades. Double the number of cards. 6 of Spades equates somewhat to the 6 of Swords. This represents the 10 of Cups. Where is she? She's the 6. Yes, she's the 6. Here we are. 1 second. The card of anxiety and tears. And this anxiety is apparently caused by circumstances that you are aware of. But the problem lies elsewhere. See the arrow there? Pointed in a different direction. It indicates the presence of discordant energy. Whether it be a situation, a person, or your own inner self that is causing this state of inner unrest. This is the card of desperate desires, of unrequited love, of troubled relationships caused by people who do not know how to love unselfishly. It also represents waiting and long delays that are the cause of extreme inner tension. There's uncertainty around your fate, or it could be the fate of a person or a situation that is dear to your heart. This uncertainty, however, is not caused by a past event, but is due to something being projected into the future. In that case, the card describes in essence a fear of the future due to precarious present circumstances. It indicates someone who desperately wants to hope for a better tomorrow, and perhaps unrealistic hope is the only thing that he or she has left to sustain them. Unlike the 10 of Hearts, this card, unlike the 10 of Hearts, this kind of hope offers no real comfort and is often an excuse to not see things as they really are. More broadly, it indicates someone who has shed a lot of tears over something or someone. It casts a pall of anxiety and precariousness over the area inquired about. It does not necessarily preclude success, but it indicates the need for hard work to make it happen. It can also sometimes indicate a missed opportunity or one that has been perceived as such, indicated by the ship that has now sailed, leaving the woman behind. In love, it indicates unrequited love and unrealistic attachment to an idea of how things should be or have been, a turbulent relationship, or even a long-distance relationship. Financially, it points to investments that need more time to bear fruit, offers to be wary of, lack of initiative, and missed opportunities. The card points to feelings of inner turmoil caused by confusion and the inability to hear one's own higher self. Particular importance needs to be paid to the arrow, which indicates that the answer has been sought in the wrong direction. Now, if the answer has been sought in the permanence of a relationship or some kind of contract, the long-termness of it, the security, the safety, and the comfort, well, we can see that ultimately this does not hold up. and we see someone leaving. Okay? And maybe that person leaving is you. There's a lot of swords here. I don't know if this is, like maybe you were having an affair with somebody, or somebody was having an affair with you, vice versa. And been telling you that they were going to leave or whatever, and you've been waiting around, and then it just finally dawns on you that that's never going to happen. I don't know. It could also be some kind of business deal. Somebody's been yanking your chain and telling you they're going to do X, Y, and Z for the longest time, and you finally discover they're not going to do that. Okay? So let's go here. I feel ultimately it will turn out all right, but this is only after if you don't physically move away, you're going to have to mentally move away from this situation. And I think it requires maybe that you might even just need to take a vacation so you can go think about it. Right? Go somewhere by yourself for the weekend so you can think about it. This Ten of Cups is just not all for about a group of a family. It is the idea pretty much that you have everything you already need, or you can get everything you need. And maybe this is the idea of you getting another family for yourself. Okay? Get your own family, not somebody else's family. Okay? So, there we go. Here is your card, the Golden Nostradamus. And keys are very important. They either unlock things or they lock things, right? They can lock things up and keep you out of it, or they can unlock stuff so you can go through it. The key, number 16. Let's see what it says here. I cannot read a tie-in like that. While the downcast are fast asleep, like the blissful, they have no need to weep. This card announces the opening of new doors, many opportunities, and overall improvements in the quality of life and good fortune. Open yourself to new possibilities, as you will be lucky. And out of all of the pip cards, what are known as the numbered cards in the minor arcana, this is the most positive one. So ultimately, as I say, it ends up in a way, maybe you feel that love done passed you by. Maybe you've been in a relationship and you feel love done passed you by. Well, it may be passing you by now because you're stuck in a relationship that ain't no good for you. Right? While you waiting on that person to get their shit together or whatever it is you're doing, you could be out there finding real love for yourself. So, until next time, I hope that helps. Until next time, be well, stay safe, and namaste. Bye.